I'm here with Jason Grinovich, professional hockey player. How you doing, Jason?
Good, Jacko. How about yourself?
Good, thanks. How's the weather?
The weather's all right here. We're August and we should be cold, but we're hot, and I'm happy to have air conditioning in my house.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we got about over 100 here today. It's a heat wave coming in. It's not bad. It's part of the time of the year, you know.
Yeah, that's bad for me. I don't like the heat. I like the ice.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So, subject I want to talk about, and this is the main thing that we became good friends, was the hockey sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot to talk about with the hockey sticks and how we used to raid those hockey shops in Edmonton, and we went to every hockey shop in town.
Yeah, we did. We'd go. They had a pro stock bin, so weid go there and we.
Which store is this you're talking about? Well, we
had United Cycle,
and
then we would stop at I think it was Play It Again Sports. They would collect some from the Oilers and that, and yeah, there was a lot. There was probably 3 or 4 shops we'd hit up.
Sport Check too.
Yeah, and they don't do that anymore. But they used that back in the day. Kids don't have the luxury that we did when we were playing, because they just had these pro stock bins, and they were super cheap sticks, and we'd pick curves and recurve them, and yeah, it was awesome.
It was like a kid in a candy store. I mean, we remember.
Oh, absolutely. What I'm going to say is, instead of spending $50 on a stick, which sounds really cheap right now, they were like $14, right? But I mean, it would be like a pro stock bin of the $400 silly sticks right now. That worth $100, right?
It's a deal. And we used to have these curves, like insane nice curves, like heel curves, all kinds of stuff. And we bought like lots of blades. Remember the time we bought a lot of blades and we curved them? We had the torch and we were heating them up and then trying them on the ice and coming off, heating up some more. This was done at Parkland, I believe.
Oh yeah, we had the torch outside the dressing room, or the heat gun outside the dressing room. And we'd curve them and then cool them and then try them and mess with the curves. And just so everybody knows, right now with the graphite or composite sticks, you don't use a torch and that on it. There's a way to curve them, but we're not going to get into that today.
No. But yeah, it was we had a blast. I mean, it was sometimes we'd find deals like $5 a blade, if you remember.
Yeah, you betcha.
And what else? The shafts. We used to find these shafts for like closeout prices, real cheap. That had the nice kick points, and wood sticks. We used to go through wood sticks out there and see what they had. It was amazing.
Yep.
What did you like as far as wood sticks, if you remember?
Oh, you know what? It was a Coho. And I don't remember. It's not a Murphy curve. I think it might have been a Murphy. I don't remember the model. I remember it in my hand.
The blue one.
But no, it wasn't blue. It was it was like a wood color, black writing on it. It had the fiberglass, because that was the big thing back then. Like that fiberglass layer on the outside to make it more stable and stiff and all that kind of stuff. It, compared to today's sticks, it was like picking up a kitchen table in your hand compared to the light little feathers that we use today. Yeah. But yeah, I love that stick, and I think it was the Murphy curve. And I would because you always recurved your stick, right? So I'd always put a little bit more heel on the stick, because that's what I preferred, right? Yeah. So each to their own, but that was it. And then there was a Canadian?
Oh, 6001. Yeah, my favorite.
6001. It was white with, I think, blue writing on it.
The 6001.
That was a real good stick.
Oh, yeah.
A really good stick.
That's my
It had
favorite.
A nice pop to it. It was lighter. It didn't have the fiberglass on it. It was lighter. It seemed to last a little bit longer than most. Not that long, because they were wood sticks, but they lasted pretty long.
Yeah.
They were. Yeah, I really liked those sticks. The Sherwood 5030s were very popular back then.
Yeah, that's been around.
But I didn't like those. They felt like you were. I don't know if you know balsa wood, like a hollow piece of wood.
Yeah.
Like that's what it kind of felt like in your. But when you're used to holding a club, the balsa wood didn't feel so good, and it kind of bent, and if it got any moisture or anything, it kind of warped. Do you remember that? The wood sticks used to warp?
Yeah, after a while they warp. Sometimes you couldn't bend them back because if you did, they'll
Well,
crack.
I remember hanging weights off my stick, so I'd put them between two chairs and hang a weight off the stick to try and get them to go back to the right way, right? But
Yeah.
and Dad, he wasn't buying me a new stick unless that thing was broken. So I mean, this thing is you watch the videos of Brett Hall shoot with his 9-flex stick, and they're bent in half,
Yeah.
and that's what it looked like, but it wouldn't pop back.
It wouldn't pop. No, I've seen those happen before. They're warped. They just get old after a while. Did you ever?
Yeah.
I've never seen you use Titan.
No, I did, Jack. I
You use
actually
Titan.
did.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you. I used Titan when I was a little kid, like around 12 or 13, but that was it.
No, the 1 year it was a red Titan not a year. Sorry, I didn't use them for a year. I don't know why. I think I got for like Christmas or something. I got a gift certificate to United Cycle probably. And so I went in there and I had a gift certificate. Something I had, it was like a store credit. Something happened. Yeah. And so I had this credit, and I decided I like these Titans. Gretzky used Titans.
Yes.
And they were a red Titan.
Oh, the 30.
And they kind of they had like not a plastic bottom, but like
ABS.
an all fiberglass ABS like them. And so I bought those, and they kind of had a heel curve on them, but kind of didn't. You couldn't curve them. They were. I mean,
No.
we could. Now that you and I know what we know today, we could curve them. But back then, it was you used what you used kind of thing with something like that, because I would break them and Dad would be mad.
Yeah.
Because if I broke a stick when I was curving them, that didn't sit real well.
No.
So anyway, it was a red Titan, and I used it. I bought 6 of them.
Oh,
No,
wow.
there was another Jack. There was another shop. It wasn't United Cycle. It was smaller.
Was it off of Jasper? There was a store in the middle of the city that was a small shop that had 2 floors. I bought a Hessler
Yes.
there, and my
Yes,
Hessler broke in 4
that was the
shots.
store.
Well, I
That was
bought a
the store.
Hessler there. I remember that.
And I bought 6 of these sticks to cover the credit or the
Yeah.
gift certificate or whatever on them, and I hated them.
Oh.
They were like using a twisting piece of rubber in your stick. Like it was I had to alter everything, and obviously I had 6 sticks, so
Yeah.
the way Dad was, well, get used to that friggin' stick, right?
Yeah.
So you got 6 of them, so figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I remember using them, and I'm like, I mean, they were okay. They weren't great.
Get rid of them.
I would take my skate and I would like rub my skate on them so there was a nick in them.
Yeah.
But I had to break it with a shot so that
Oh.
Dad would see I broke it with a shot.
Yeah.
And then he was fine with that. That was all good, or a face off or whatever. But I would like rub my skate on to make a nick in them where a weak
Yeah.
spot so they'd pop.
Oh, wow.
But I hated those sticks. Those red Titans, to this day, I think about that, and I had to use that. I mean, it was about 3 months to get rid of 6 sticks,
Oh, yeah, that's
right?
a
And I
lot,
was really trying to break them. Really trying to break them.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about the Canadian 6001. So my dad was using those when he was teaching in the garage back in the day, and there was a doctor there, and my dad was taking slap shots, and one of them went through the net. The doctor went over to inspect the net. He's like, "There's no hole. How did that go through?" He's like, "I'll do it again." So he did another shot. The stick split in half, like the whole shaft part split, and his middle finger got stuck in the stick. So the shaft closed back up again. So his finger was stuck in there. And, a little bit of blood's coming out. So he couldn't get his finger out. So we had to get like a flathead screwdriver to pry open the stick so he could pull his finger out. And you should see this doctor. He started panicking. I said, "What the hell kind of a doctor is this?" My dad's like, "Well, this is no doctor." He's like panicking, like the blood's gushing out. But my dad's like, I'm fine. And he still got the scar. Till today, he's got a scar on his middle finger.
Jack, I've never heard that story.
Well, it was about 1995. And it was right before I met you. It was in the summer.
Yeah,
So I was shooting.
yeah, right in that wheelhouse of when you met me.
Yeah, the doctor's son was a goalie, so the goalie was taking a water break, and my dad was like taking a couple of slap shots. And the doctor just had to go over to the net and inspect it. And my dad's like, "I'll do it again." So my dad wound up and he shot. That thing just
Jack,
split open.
you know what? I don't remember that story.
No, I don't think I ever
But I
told you.
remember coming down there for the first time and shooting on a doctor's goalie.
No, that's a different doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other one was a crazy doctor. He was just When he saw the blood, he kind of was go. I said, "What the hell? What's a doctor? What kind of doctor?" Yeah, it was. The sticks today. My complaint about the sticks today is the prices. It's outrageous what they get away with. I mean, I could buy like 5 cordless drills at Home Depot for one hockey stick. It's insane.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
Jack, I will guarantee you I can build you any stick just contacting a graphite manufacturer that is like for like technology. Like for like technology
Yeah.
for $160 and I'd make money on it.
Yeah, I don't
And
know
they're
what
charging $400.
But I don't know when it's going to stop.
The parent,
I mean, when do you think the prices are going to stop? You think it's just going to go up like it's going to be $1,000 in 20 years from now? I mean, you see it going to.
Jack, I don't even think it's going to be 20 years from now. I think it goes up pretty much from what I can see from the air quotation marks new technology that they bring out.
But there's nothing new. There's nothing
it goes
new.
Up, it goes up $50.
But look, they all claim that, okay, this is the greatest stick of all time that we created this year, right? Next year they come out with a different, and the guys are like trying to get used to the stick, or they like a curve. All of a sudden it's gone. It's not on the market. Like, I can't find that curve anymore. Where is it? Oh, they changed. They put new curves in. And the players like have to get used to it again. Hockey already is a hard sport itself, and you try to get used to the gear. And that's the one thing I hate about is that the gear changes all the time, especially with the skates and sticks and curves. You know, we like certain blade patterns, right? And then you can't find it anymore. So that's just a complaint I have about sticks. But price-wise, it's just, I don't know when it's
But Jack, I have the same complaint. I mean, I got a kid. He's 14 years old, great little hockey player, and it's tough. Like when he finds a stick he likes, it's like you buy lots.
You better buy 100 of them because they're not gonna have.
And you know what, Jack? I shoot with his sticks today, and the kick points, the everything. I mean, it's not our curve, but I mean. I hate them.
No, me
like
too.
I can still shoot with them. I mean, I can shoot with any stick, right? You can. Doesn't matter the curve. You can do what you do, right?
Yeah.
It's just technique. But they're not the same.
No,
like
puck
honestly,
feel's not the same either. I test a lot of sticks. Like kids come with sticks. You know, I make a lot of stick videos, as you know, on my channel. Obviously, I talk good about all the sticks, just as out of respect to the companies, because you know they're trying to make money and they're trying to stay in the business. I don't want to badmouth anybody, but right on this channel, I'm not going to do that either. Just what I say is the feel of the puck's not the same on some of these. They're like so hollow, you can't feel the puck, and the kids' heads are down.
Yes, that is a great description, Jack.
Yeah,
they're hollow.
Yes,
you don't actually feel the puck.
No. And that's a big thing. I had a lady say to my son's head's always down. I said, "Come here, lady." I mean, you know, she was there. I said, "Come here, here, stick handle with his clothes. Can you feel the puck?" She's like, "I don't feel anything." I said, "Exactly. That's why your kid's head's down. He's got to look for the puck, and that's a problem."
Exactly.
I said, "You got to find a stick that kind of you could feel the puck." And you know, I'm a Warrior guy myself. Warrior, they're friends of mine. I've owned all my sticks are Warriors that I use, and I've been with the company. I don't know if you know this, but I was the very, very first guy to use Warrior before any NHLer in 2005.
Really?
Yes, very first guy and the first guy to use graphite shafts back in '94. Innovative came to me. Yeah. So the Warrior was around Thanksgiving. I got them. I wasn't allowed to advertise or show it on the internet, nothing like that. And the January, the NHL guys got theirs. And by April of 2006, that's the first Warriors came out to the retail stores. But 2005, of Thanksgiving weekend, I got my first Warrior. It was the lime green. Do you remember those, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
those were nice.
Yeah, I do. The shaft and the blade. Yeah, that was a good shaft too.
Yeah, that
lime green shaft was probably one of the best shafts made.
Warrior, I think, out of all companies, really makes a quality product, and you can feel the puck with a Warrior. Just let people know that if you're shopping for a stick, Warrior, you can feel the puck. But like some of the other companies, I cannot feel the puck at all. None.
No, I honestly, I use Nate sticks, and I mean he's got everything from Bauer to CCM. I think the only one that he doesn't have is Warrior.
Well, you should get a Warrior then.
and I should, yeah. I mean, and that's obviously what I use as well, right? Because we use the same sticks. So I thoroughly believe that is a very quality company. I know
Yes.
Bauer. I used to use Bauer. And that was one of the best feeling sticks I've ever had in my life. I used to use that, and then they just dismantled that version of stick, and nothing has ever felt different or felt good about the Bauer stick in my hand.
Do you remember?
So now I use the Warrior, and it's unbelievable.
Do you remember the Bauer X20 when you were in college? Those one piece. You like those, right?
Oh, I love those. That was the
Okay.
that was the stick I was talking about, Jack. That was the best stick I've ever put in my hand.
Well, it wasn't made by Bauer. It was Innovative that had the plant, and they were making those for Bauer. And then Bauer actually started their own company in China in 2005. Before that, everything was made by the guys who were the original guy who did Warrior sticks was working back then for Innovative. He was the one who's making those. And if people see the checkered pattern, Warrior was the first company to do the checkered pattern with the Dolomite.
Yep.
They're the first people, and then all the other companies started copying that design. But it was a Warrior that's the first people to do the checkered pattern, the squares.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I follow everything. I keep up on everything, all the years, and this is what I've seen. And I see a lot of sticks come through. I see a lot of stuff that breaks. I don't want to say what breaks the most, but I see a lot of stuff that breaks at our place, and yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, and there's a lot of they're almost designed to break.
yeah. But the genius part was the one piece stick. Obviously, that's a genius. Remember, the T-Flexes weren't selling. If you remember those,
Yeah.
Easton T-Flex, and then the guy came up with the one piece. That was a
But
genius
honestly,
idea.
Jack, I'm still a two-piece guy.
It's much
I love
easier to put your own curve and your own blade on a shaft that you don't have to go looking for a one piece. It's a lot easier. And,
You know what? I love the feel of those shafts. We made those. Oh Jesus, Jack! How many years ago did we make that one piece? The straight black shaft. That's got to be 15 years ago.
at least.
And I love that shaft.
The one that you got, the black. That's the Black Warrior. That one.
Black
Custom-
Warrior. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the best stick.
Yeah.
That is the best stick I've ever had. I would like to alter a bit of the blade, just because I'm getting a little bit older, right? I'd like to, kind of.
You're never too old.
No, you're never too old, but I would like to just for puck handling wise.
Yeah.
I would like to. It's a lot more straight up and down, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I would like to alter that out a little bit. And my hand-eye coordination isn't, as good as it used to be, so I would put a little bit more meat.
Yes,
I would
it is.
put a little. Well, I don't skate enough.
Yes, you do.
To
Yes, you
get
do.
there. But, yeah, maybe I just don't work hard enough.
Yes, you do. So it was great talking to you about sticks, Jason.
Sounds good, Jacko. I love talking about hockey.
You got it. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Thank
Bye.
Bye.